Uwu.
Yeah, what of it?
Welcome back to the Yeah Whatever podcast. It's your one and only prodigal leader, Kehan. I have made my glorious return once again to bless the airwaves, but unfortunately, I am joined today by Jake and Harry.
You little bastard.
We're back. We're back at full force. We are now a steady table because there are three of us. It's like that song. It takes 3 legs to make a tripod, and it takes 3 legs to stand. I don't know the rest of the fucking lyrics. That's just the one thing I thought of. Think of all the other great things that are stronger by 3.
The Triforce.
The Triforce. A game of Doggy Biscuit.
Condiments in a burger.
Condiments in a burger.
Condiments
exactly.
in a burger.
And probably all the ingredients of a Thousand Island sauce. I don't know what the fuck's in there. But welcome back to the Yeah What Of It podcast.
Well, hey! We've been gone for weeks.
We've been gone for a week, but we're back at full force now. Ready to fucking lay down the internet with absolute deplorability.
Ooh,
Absolute. I've been waiting for that.
deplorability.
I play absolute bingo in my head every time we do this.
Absolute bingo. What the fuck's absolute bingo?
Yeah. I wait for you to say absolute, and then how many times does absolute happen after you say it?
Did I say it at all? I didn't say it.
You just said it then.
Well, obviously I meant fuck off. Anyway, how have you guys been? It's been a while.
I've got older.
Mmm.
I'm now an old man.
Jake.
Um,
Jake is now 26. Welcome to the 26 club.
Way!
We're awaiting the 27 club. So if we become famous, one of us could be dying in the next year. Just putting that out there.
Why would you say that?
Because it's true. Have you not heard of the 27 club?
No.
Ah, right.
Amy Winehouse.
Uh,
Fuck
Yeah, basically a whole load of like famous musicians, actors, and whatnot, all died at the age of 27. I'm fairly certain Kurt Cobain was 27 when he died.
Yeah, he's part of that club.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole load of people who have all just
Jimi
died at
Hendrix?
27. Yeah. It's mad. Look at the names on the list. That is really weird. And it's all famous people, so you never know. If this thing kicks off relatively soon, there's a good chance one of us might end up in the 27 club.
Oh,
Like
shit.
I said, dips.
Dips.
The solution to all your problems, the 27 club.
Christ.
You don't have to worry about your points in your license in the 27 club.
I have points in my license. Cheers, Kian.
Oh, yeah. How many
Where's-
points did you get?
Three.
Was it?
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
too
Rookie
bad. Yeah,
I'll
we
bump
just
those numbers up.
bump them up.
Yeah,
We'll go
but
back to Scotland.
It's all fine now, but wait until you get your renewal on your insurance, then it might not be so cushy anymore. Especially now with the price of, especially now with the price of insurance, fucking
Mm.
going majorly through the roof for no apparent reason. The bastards.
Everything's going through the fucking roof. It's driving me up the wall.
Everything's going through the roof. Wow. Who was just talking? It was Jake.
Yeah.
Anything else, Mr.
Yeah.
Jake? You're older. Are you
I'm older.
wiser?
No.
Or are you still thick as 2 short planks?
I've lost the ability to drink. Which is actually really
this is
upsetting.
my greatest thing ever.
What do you
This
mean?
is the greatest thing ever. Let me tell you, basically, right? Anytime I drink with Jake, right, I am usually violently sick, right? I don't know why. No idea why.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Anytime
okay.
Jake's around. But the other day, where it was the Rugby World Cup, right? And we were out there on the sauce. I was just banging the drinks back. I felt great, right?
Right.
Getting to the end of it, I was like, I could just keep drinking. all night long. I felt amazing. I turn around, I'm looking out for the Uber, and all I can hear down the alleyway is. I turned around because I thought at no point did it cross my mind that might be Jake, because Jake's always solid as a rock. I turned around, expected to see some random person peeking behind me, and it's just Jake being sick in an alleyway. I've never been in this situation. It's usually him having to look after me. So the only thing I can think to do is just stand there and rub his back.
Like a depressed mum.
Basically. So I'm just stood in this alleyway just rubbing his back.
We'll be alright, sweetheart. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
But I thought, that's just a one-off. Maybe it's just a one-off. And then G messaged me, he was like...
Yeah, so for Jake's birthday, he's gone to London. And the first day, I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really feeling drinking. I was like, I'll have a few. I mean, I got pissed. I went to the aquarium.
Wait, you got pissed before going to the aquarium?
Did you get pissed?
Well, I started drinking at 9.
Okay.
50.
So, okay, 9:50. Yeah, that makes it better. Yeah, go on.
But that was a seltzer, so it doesn't really count.
No.
I don't think.
True.
But those fuckers sneak up on you.
Oh yeah.
True. It's like drinking that hooch. It's like drinking hooch. It's all fine and well because it's taking that lemonade, and all of a sudden you're like, Jesus Christ.
You know what? For years, I thought it was called cooch, and whenever we'd go out, and I'd want a hooch, I'd go up to the bar and ask for a pink cooch.
No, you're joking.
I'm not joking. Beth had to tell me. She overheard me saying it once and was like, are you aware that they're called hooch? And I was like, no, you're having me on. She was like, no, look at the bottle. Look at the can. I'd never thought to look at it, because why would I? I just get given it. And I looked at it and thought, oh my god, I just look like a fucking predator.
He's calling it cooch.
But yeah, either way, did that.
Yeah.
Didn't really drink the first day, so I thought, you know what, the next day I wasn't really feeling it either, but I thought I'll have to have a couple.
Okay.
And we went back to the Travel Lodge, and we'd had a few pints out, and then when we were back, we found passion fruit martinis in the Travel Lodge, and they were 24-hour serving, so I was like, fucking, let's get on it. I was buying 2 originally, one for me, one for G. And then G stopped drinking them, so I just drank them.
Mm.
So I didn't stop buying 2. I just kept buying 2, and it ended with me being extremely drunk. And I thought this all happened in one. It turns out it didn't. In my thought, we had gone upstairs. I'd raced them up because I was pissed. I'd done 2 bottles of this premixed passion fruit martini. And when I say bottles, I mean like the big fuck of like wine bottle sized.
Yeah.
And I raced them up 4 flights of stairs against the lift.
Of course.
Gone to bed, said goodnight, and I was fine. And G even says, I was fine the entire time. And we got into the room, I sort of squatted down for a little bit and was like, nah, I'm gonna be sick. So I went straight to the bathroom, spewed, and then I thought, shit, I spewed some more. And I remember getting a bit on the seat and cleaning it up. And then I thought, I just went to bed. It's not what happened. What actually happened was I went upstairs, did the crouch, did a little spew into the toilet. She was like, oh no, Jake, come to bed. I was like, yeah, okay. And then at 2 o'clock in the morning, I decided to find myself being sick again in the toilet, but I forgot which light switch was the bathroom light switch, so I just turned them all on.
Nice.
So the room was blindingly white. I have a thing where I wrap myself in a towel when I'm drunk. I get naked and wrap myself in a towel and just vomit. Doesn't happen very often, but that was one of the times. And G found me with my hand in the toilet in my own vomit, with the toilet lid on top of my head, and I was asking her to flush me away. Yeah, she wouldn't, and I wouldn't get up, but she couldn't lift me, so she threatened to tell my mum, and apparently that got me back into bed. So there you go.
I love that worked.
What's going on? Yeah. I genuinely, I have zero recollection of that being how bad it was, but I also know fully that it was definitely that bad. I will even drinks at work tomorrow, so let's go 3 to 3, shall we?
Oh yeah, oh mate, if you get a hat trick of spewing, I'm gonna
No,
I would feel
I'm
so
like
great
Arsenal,
about it.
mate. I'm not going to be drinking that much tomorrow.
He says.
He says,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's a Thursday. Oh, if it was a Friday, I'd be like, yeah, he's definitely going on sauce." But Jake has good restraint.
I've got nothing to happen
but
Friday. I'm
he's
off
an
work Friday.
alcoholic. Are you dossing about Friday?
I just wanted to finish early. I'm not fucking.
Alright,
I'm not staying
alright.
there a day longer than I need to. I used the holiday, so it's like fuck 'em.
Yeah, might as well.
What about you, Harry? How you been?
Oh, you know.
Magnado.
Stagnado. Well, first thing. Kehan, what are you wearing right now?
Me?
Hmm.
A t-shirt.
Oh! You're wearing a t-shirt, are you? Because that's unusual. That seems sensible, doesn't it? Are you wearing...
Yeah, but nothing else.
No boxers.
Straight
I'm
Winnie the
Winnie
Pooh in it.
Pooh in it. I'm Winnie the Pooh in it, or Donald Duck in it.
We went suit shopping,
Fuck you know.
didn't we, boys? And
I forgot that happened.
yeah, it's been that long. And we go obviously we got to try on these suits, don't we, Kehan? And
Yeah.
woman hands us a suit and says, "Oh, can you try these on?" And what happened, Kehan? Go on.
What's the question?
I forgot we were going suit shopping, so I wasn't wearing a t-shirt.
Where did you think we were going?
I forgot, okay? Well, maybe, right? You didn't think of this. Maybe it was a giant ploy, so I get to try on that nice, cool shirt that they gave me.
That was nice.
Oh,
Eh? Maybe I was five-heading it. I was using my big Brian. I was like, oh, maybe it'll just give me a nice, good-feeling shirt, and I get to feel real posh for a brief moment. Huh? Did you ever think about that?
100% what it was. 100%.
100%, no doubt at all. And then we went somewhere very posh, and Kehan, you turned into the whitest man on earth.
Did I?
Oh,
Oh,
the
What did I
apothecary.
do?
the apothecary!
Buy drinks from M&S.
Oh, please can we go to M&S? They have an absolutely delightful pink lemonade.
It was just lemonade. It was cloudy
Oh,
lemonade.
sorry, my apologies.
You know what?
That make me sound
I
white.
rarely
It was
have
literally
white.
the name on the building. It said the apothecary.
It's the way you said
Yeah.
it.
You can't make that sound good.
Ooh, the
I'll be like,
apothecary. You just go, oh, so
Gee,
look at that, it's the apothecary over there.
that still sounds the same.
Yeah,
That sounds exactly how I. What?
No, you said it worse. You sounded white as fuck.
It's
when
'cause you
Harry
added
just
an
said-
ooh.
When Harry was going ooh there, you kind of sounded like the guy from Berries and Cream, Berries and Cream. I like berries and cream.
That's what you turned into when you saw the apothecary.
as soon as we crossed the border into where we went. What else have I been up to? Oh, I decided not to go to my work's Christmas do this year. And here's why.
Oh,
Go on then.
So
Go
we're in a
on.
cost of living crisis, right? And
Yeah.
they said, oh, we're
Yeah.
going to do Christmas do. Our Christmas do is not paid for by my work. Of course.
who the fuck's it paid for?
Us, we
Right.
pay for it.
Oh.
And,
Okay.
you know, he says, oh, it's coming up to Christmas. No one's got a lot of money. Let's keep it nice, easy, whatever. And then
And
the person who's organised it came back and said, oh, I've reserved a table. They're doing like a lunch for people who don't want to go to the evening bit. So they're doing this lunch, and then they're going bowling, and then they're going for drinks, right? And you can only pick from a set menu at this place they're going to for the lunch. It's going to cost you 35 to 50 quid just for food, right? And you get like 3 choices. So add on drinks, that's going to cost you 60, 65, possibly 70 quid for just that. And then they're going bowling, so that's going to be, 11 to 15 quid minimum? So that's brought you up to, let's call it 80. And then they're going for drinks, and who knows how much that will cost. So it's probably come over to 100 quid. And I thought, I'm not going, spending 100 quid just to sit there and be ignored.
If you don't like your work colleagues. What are you going to talk about? You're going to go, oh, work. And everyone's going, let's not talk about work. And then you're going to sit there and sob.
That's the worst thing when they go, oh, no work talk. No work talk at the Christmas do. Hey.
Oh, one thing you've all got in common.
Yeah, no one's going to turn around to me and go, any thoughts on Bigfoot? Are they? And if I turn around to them and say that, I look like a fucking psychopath. So, I'm not going.
See, this is why, right? So we actually had, so a couple of months ago, I got roped into joining the employee voice committee, right? We've had 2 so far.
What the fuck?
Right? Exactly, me in the employee voice committee. Exactly, right? I've made some bold things so far.
Right.
But anyway, so today we were talking literally today about the Christmas thing, right? So they were having a vote on whether they want a lunch or they want an evening thing, right? And I was like, I voted for the evening thing because one of the perks of working in a big corporate place is they pay for everything. So I'm gonna get on the sauce, right? I'm gonna go on the sauce. I'm going to be sourced up. And the benefit of working in IT is you usually speak to quite a lot of people, and they usually like you because you fix their shit, right? So everyone's fine with IT. So I'll get on the sauce, chat with people, have a great time. The evening vote lost, so we got for the lunch vote, and I was like, fuck, I've lost here. So I'm going to have to try and make up some other way, right? And this was mid-meeting where I was trying to figure out how I can make up midway. And the only thing I've managed to acquire was there is an air hockey table, right, outside in like the foyer. It was there when we came to the building, right? And I was like, can we get some better pucks and thing for it? They were like, oh right, yeah, we could do that. So that's one small victory for me today.
Well,
I may have
that's
lost
good.
on the
Fucking
battle,
hell.
but the place they decided to go to is called Alderley's Wood. It's like this. It's just outside Basingstoke, like barely just outside Basingstoke. And I was like, I recognised that name from somewhere, and I couldn't exactly remember where it was up until like just as I got home. And you know that TikTok I posted of the bikes doing all the wheelies?
Yeah.
Those wheelies are going past the front entrance to Alderley's Wood. That's where
Ah.
I had to remember it from. I was like, yeah, that's it. That's where we go and do hooning shit. So we go and like to hoon the whips.
I thought you said gooning.
Hooning with a H.
Oh, so gooning's
say it
different.
right.
Gooning is drinking boxed wine.
Gooning? That's not what gooning is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Do you want to know what gooning is?
Because boxed wine is called goon. And so
Okay.
if you're going to go do a bit of afternoon gooning.
Gooning is a form of masturbation that involves edging for a long period of time, resulting in a
Where the fuck
hypnotic
you
trance-like
all that?
state. That is gooning. Okay.
Tuesday. I was going to say, though, just a little backtrack. The only bonus to having a lunchtime Christmas do is that you can potentially finish earlier
That is
or
true.
get day drunk.
Yep, that's
And-
what they're doing at that one.
Yeah, so you quit in there.
Yeah.
I think the only problem is when your boss puts a work due on like a Thursday, because they don't want you to get too pissed. Like, oh, don't get drunk. It's you got work tomorrow.
Not like that's
see,
going to
that
stop you.
That has never stopped me. I once almost got fired because we turned up to work drunk the next day. But in my defence, or the only reason I didn't get fired, sorry, was because about 9 or 10 of us all turned up horrendously drunk, and they couldn't fire us all.
They can't fire all of us.
Yeah, that was essential. And I worked for a medical equipment company at the time.
Oh my god.
But out of the people who were like really bad, I was the only one who stayed the entire day.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, is it?
He's a real trooper.
Mate, I had about 4 hours sleep, and then
I had 4 hours sleep all week this week, so fuck you.
That's fucking stupid, though.
Just go to bed.
Yeah, I've been on a Gears of War session. I've been like, oh, come on, I could just complete the next chapter. And then I look at the clock, I'm like, oh, fuck, it's 2 o'clock. I probably should go to sleep.
That's reminded me, I've also been on a little bit of a mad one. I've now completed Spider-Man Miles Morales 3 times. 3 times. Yeah. I'm wrapping up the final playthrough now, and I'm almost at 100% through all the side quests, all the collectibles, all the fucking stupid missions. I really enjoyed it. I bet it reminds me of when IGN reviewed it, and they said playing as Miles Morales, they said something like it infuses you with the swagger of a black teen.
Oh, fucking
Say that.
And I have to agree. As you know, a very white man myself, I do agree.
Forgot to tell you.
What?
I'm gonna get a what of it room at my new flat.
Are you?
In his own little room.
Yeah.
You get a man cave.
So thanks to whoever lived there before me and was incredibly shit, they made our landlord hate the idea of other people. So he wants a small group, but because he doesn't want to entice the wrong people or some shit, he was like, we'll let Jake and G stay here for literally fucking not too much more money than they're doing now. So we're quids in, mate. So 3 bedrooms. One of them's a what of it fucking cave.
Amazing.
That's pretty cool.
So
Mate, I can hear you.
I can hear you, mate.
Clicking away.
I can hear him wriggling around in his seat, dodging in real life.
This isn't like last time when we were kind of suspicious that Harry was playing Valorant. We know you, motherfuckers.
I wasn't playing fucking Valorant.
Harry's 100% playing
Where the
Valorant.
fuck did that noise
I
come
don't
from?
know.
100% Valorant.
It's 100% Valorant, but I don't have it installed.
Well, we can't play Valorant. We can't play Valorant on console.
Oh, it's a mystery.
One and one's not adding up here.
What I don't understand is I didn't hear it when I was editing it. That's what I don't get. And I've got big fucking hardcore headphones on.
Well, that's a bit fucking weird.
Do we have news stories?
I don't have any news stories, unfortunately. I've had to pretend to look busy today.
Oh, that's alright.
While obviously not being busy or having anything to do.
Have you come prepared, Kehan?
I came half prepared. I wrote down something on my notes.
You've been writing in Kehan's journal again.
Yeah, it's half gibberish to me, and I was just frantically Googling it to remind myself why I wrote that down. Bear with.
Whilst you're Googling, I've got 2.
Oh.
I'd like to talk about torture.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a torture technique called the brazen bull?
Yeah,
No,
stick it inside a
that.
bronze bull and then light a fire underneath.
Yep, and they cook inside the giant bronze bull. There is another one called the Spanish donkey.
Oh.
Have you heard of the Spanish donkey?
Carry on. I'm fairly certain I have, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
So it's like a metal triangle, and then it's on like 2 legs. And what they do is they'd make you sit so you're straddling the pointy end of the triangle.
You,
and then they'd put weights on your feet. And if they really wanted to fuck you, they'd put fire underneath you and heat up the triangle thing. And this popped up on, I think it's Lad Bible, and it just freaked me out, to be honest. I put the picture in now.
The Lad Bible? Under what? Just like fun things to do on the weekends?
Yeah.
Here's the
Lads
thing.
stay out.
I don't even think that's. I still think the worst one, and there probably is a worse one, is I don't know what the fucking name for it is, but they just basically they take your top off, right? Lay you down on a table, whatever, put a rat on your chest, and then put a bucket on top,
Oh yeah,
and slowly heat up the bucket, and then the rat just claws its way through your chest.
yeah, that's terrible.
I think
That is horrible.
That's fucking horrible. That is rough.
Because who knows where it's going to go?
Very rough.
I mean, obviously it's going down, but is it going to go straight down, or is it going to have a little wriggle round inside your stomach and that? It's just.
Well, I think it would come out the side. I think it would go in and then out the side. Because if it went all the way through to the other end, it's just going to be table.
Just yeah.
Well, actually, would you be lying down?
Yeah, I think you have to
No,
be.
where would it? So I think it would just go forward until it found, because it could definitely shoot through a table, couldn't it?
Depends what table's made of.
I mean, it could.
Good point.
My second story.
It's just a metal table. Yep.
Man chasing chicken stumbled upon ancient underground city. There.
Where? What country was this in?
Turkey!
Yay,
right.
Turkey!
Woo! So a man who
Right.
owned, I think he owned 16 chickens. They all started going missing, and he found it a bit concerning. So he started following them, and they were going out. They were going through like a small hole in the bottom of a wall on one of his properties. So he knocked down the wall, and it was like this little tunnel, and he followed it down, and it's this massive fucking underground city, which was only written about before, but it's a real place now called Elengubu. Okay,
You can say that again.
pronounce that.
Elungubu.
Elangubu.
Elungubu.
Yeah.
Elungubu. Why'd you say it with an accent, Jake?
It's not English.
Here are some images of ye old Elengubu. It's pretty nuts, but that's about it. To be honest, the news hasn't been particularly funny.
No.
Oh, that's a big old.
Oh,
gaff
Suella Braverman's
down
been
there.
fired.
Look at that.
Hey!
Oh yes.
Only a week after
I
fucking
saw
Rishi Sunak said he had full confidence in her.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but you've seen what dickhead's in now.
Yeah,
I know. Old
back.
pig fucker.
Oh, big fucker. Old episode 1 Black Mirror.
yeah.
I kept that newspaper.
You kept it.
I kept
Oh, what, of the
the news
pig?
of the pig. And I couldn't figure out why for
like
ages.
30 years.
Well, I forgot. I just found it ages ago, and I was like, "Why the fuck have I got that?" And I didn't even read like the I didn't even read like the title or anything. I was just like, "Why have I got that?" And I was like, "Maybe it's page 3 because Jake used to have page 3s." No, it's just for good old pig fuckeroony.
This isn't relevant
But yeah.
to pig fucking, but I've just opened up YouTube and Game Grumps have just shared this. I'll put the image in the YouTube video, but basically it's like a fridge magnet set, and they've just put the words "gooning to survive."
Right.
That's all.
They can hear us talking about them.
They know,
Yeah,
yeah.
12 minutes ago. Fucking hell.
That is when we were discussing gooning.
Yeah.
Ah,
Look at that.
here, I remembered what
Go
the
on,
thing.
go on.
Right, so my note just all it said was Nicolas Cage, Night of Mayhem, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And then as soon as I started googling, I was like, yeah, I remember." Because basically today I was just having a little mooch, seeing if there were any urbex places that piqued me interest, and I came across this gaff that was in London, because obviously there's so many places in London that are just abandoned. Like we went this was mid-COVID. We went to a prison that was like not central London, but pretty close. That was just abandoned. We had a little mooch around there. It was fun and whatnot. And I saw that there's one place, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's been abandoned since I think 2010, or whatever." It's like a £3 million gaff just chilling there. And I was like, all right, why is it all abandoned? And then it turns out the reason why it was abandoned before this, but now it's been still abandoned. They just hosted some absolute rager of a party, and the pictures of it were fucking hilarious. It was 1,500 people in this thing, and it was codenamed Nicolas Cage Night of Mayhem, because that's how you had to find the location. You had to call a number, it would go to voicemail, and there was someone pretending to be Nicolas Cage that told you the details on how to get to the party. And I was like,
That's fucking amazing.
Sick, and I really want to go inside, but the pictures of it is crazy. It's just like spewing out people. People are like on the second and third floor, just like on the balcony, and then also hanging off the balcony, like on the other side of it, like just down, and they'll fall into the abyss. And I was like, fuck, how mad of a party does it have to be that people are willing to stand on the outside of the balcony to be there?
That is mental.
That must have been a fucking rager.
Do you know what? I would agree with you.
Police.
But I've also seen people queue up for like the shittiest of things. Like, you forget that Supreme's a brand.
Yeah, but they're not. Yeah, true.
I'm not
lining up to buy a brick.
It still sounds cool. I'm not denying this at all. No, fucking Nicolas Cage parties.
It's not a Nicolas Cage pie. They just used someone pretended to use a Nicolas Cage voice to host a fucking illegal rave. Party. What was also funny is the road that the property is on is called the Raven Avenue.
That sounds sick.
So it's just having a rave on the Raven, going on a fucking mad one. Absolute fucking rager. I don't think I had any other fucking news. What other interesting shit have happened recently?
Oh, I've got movie news.
Yeah.
Movie news.
I think we've discussed this, but just not on the podcast.
About to mention FNAF.
No, I'm not. Actually.
Oh.
No. The X-Men are back.
Fuck them.
And they look awful.
Oh no.
Well, I say it's just Beast.
No.
In what is possibly the worst, it's the worst Marvel opening weekend ever, with the new Captain Marvel film. Yeah, it's done really poorly, because it's apparently just a shit film. And the end credit scene has Beast from the original X-Men films. But, have they added him in prosthetics? Like they did the fucking 10, 20 years ago? No. They decided to CGI him, and he looks like Play-Doh.
Please tell me you're putting a picture in.
I'm getting a picture.
What was that thing I saw? Oh, what was that thing I saw? They were talking about... I think it was Marvel they were talking about, that the only Marvel film coming out next year is going to be Deadpool. So it looks like the whole superhero thing's running out of the old juice, slowing down.
We do have some other films coming out next year. We've got Kraven the Hunter.
I'm excited for Kraven the Hunter.
It's just some background on this.
That is.
Marvel sold the rights to Spider-Man to Sony years and years and years ago when Marvel was in money trouble. They've now got enough money to buy it back, which is what they did to make the Tom Holland films. But part of this was they could use Spider-Man, but the films would have to be in partnership with Sony Entertainment, and in return, Sony could make solo films with Spider-Man villains and side characters, but not actually a live-action Spider-Man. Which is how they made Morbius, and how they're making Kraven.
And Venom?
It's Morbius.
And Venom. Spider-Man's not in Venom.
What? I never even thought of that. That's fucking shit.
They've released a trailer today for a film called Madame Web, who is a Spider-Man character, but so rarely used that even I fucking forgot she was a character. And it doesn't look great. Don't get me wrong, it looks better than Morbius, but so far Kraven's looking like the best one. So yeah,
fuck all that noise.
Next year
we got more important things.
Deadpool.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh my god, yeah, we need to discuss that. February.
When's that coming out? Because the trailer looked fucking sick. I was still a bit iffy on the fence about it, but then I saw the trailer for it and I was like, oh, it actually looks alright. Doesn't look wacky like the other fucking one that came out.
Ong.
Yeah.
My only thing with... Sorry, I've just put a picture of Beast in the chat from the Marvels. You can take a look at that compared to
Oh
Beast
no!
from 12 years
I
ago.
googled it, and I thought that's what it was, and that wasn't great.
No.
That's horrendous.
Yep.
That's so bad.
Don't know what they were thinking.
I was gonna say, right, that look at Lord of the Rings, right?
Excellent
Lord
film.
of the Rings, excellent film, and the fucking costumes still hold up because they're fucking real and they're amazing. And they had those to hand, and then they did The Hobbit, and they CGI'd the orcs, and it was shit. So I don't know why anyone thought they saw that happen and they were like, oh, do you know what I fancy doing? Making Beast out of CGI player. It's because it's cheaper. Everyone knows it's because it's significantly cheaper and probably easier.
No, it's not. This is what I don't get. It's not cheaper.
How is it not cheaper?
Because with this, you're creating a whole CGI model, right? And the amount of people you have to pay to do that is extortionate. With the prosthetics with Beast, all you have to do is his head, his hair, obviously, and then part of his arms, because the rest of the time he's wearing clothes. Don't get me wrong, there are some bits you'd need to CGI if you're going to do a full film with Beast in it consistently, where he's jumping about and you've got to show other stuff. But if you did it with prosthetics, with Beast, it's mainly just fucking face paint and some hair extensions.
I don't think he actually looks that bad.
You've got
the second picture that Harry sent.
Let me find the clip of it.
When you described it, I thought he was going to like have a sort of feel like Dr. Manhattan looks in The Watchmen.
He looks okay if the film was animated. But the film's not animated. It's going to have people starring alongside him, which I think is the issue.
Yeah, I found the clip on YouTube of him next to actual people. And there's a bit where he walks away at the end, and his walking cycle is iffy. It's really not right.
John, send that shit through.
It's not the full clip, but it shows... I think it should show Beast moving, yeah.
Oh, mate. It just looks bad.
The thing is, apparently what's happened is every year Marvel have a corporate retreat sort of thing, where it's supposed to be for discussing what's next, what's working, what's not working. It's just like a weekend of brainstorming. But apparently what it usually is, people just turn up and get pissed because they're so cocky and the films are doing so well. However, this year, because they are now losing money on films, they sat down and they were like, shit, what are we going to do? We're losing money, no one gives a fuck, and the guy who's supposed to be Kang is in some sort of fucking court case. What do we do? So apparently, one of the reasons why this looks so shit is because this wasn't supposed to be the end credits scene. It was supposed to be something completely different. But now, the heads of Disney have said, we don't want Kang to be the big villain anymore because he might have beat up his partner. Let's move to Doctor Doom instead and bring in the X-Men and just totally change everything, which is why they've made this end credit scene to start introducing them. And then apparently Deadpool 3, the plot is going to be that the multiverse is collapsing, and in the Loki series, there's like a multiversal police people. I don't know, I only watched season 1 and I didn't like it. But anyway.
Do you not?
I didn't like season 1, no, and I've watched one episode of season 2 and still don't like it. But basically, they go around and help people in the well, in season 1 they don't, but by Deadpool 3 they go around and help people in the multiverse. And the plot is that this agency is picking up people from different universes and trying to save as many people from these collapsing universes as possible to bring them all into one universe. And apparently they're going to bring Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Apparently they're going to be part of this multiverse team trying to save everyone. And Deadpool's going to be part of it as well, trying to save as many people as he can. Which sounds like it could be cool, but also might just be a big film that just relies on nostalgia.
I'm a bit disappointed because I don't want to have to watch 900 films in 3 seasons to know what the fuck's going on in a film.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine with a trilogy. You do your trilogies, you know. That's good. I want an enduring story. And crossovers, they're cool. But this film, right, requires you to have watched Deadpool, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and then the entire, probably 2 seasons of Loki to understand the premise of the film.
And probably for newer X-Men films, which had...
Probably.
James McAvoy as Charles Xavier.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 4 or 5 in just those X-Men ones, plus the ones you said. You're talking like a week, 2 weeks worth of fucking viewing for one film.
Just to watch a film. Yeah. And I don't want to watch that film. You know it's shit.
Yeah.
That's like why I didn't watch Morbius or Captain Marvel. I was like, look, it's not going to amount to anything. I don't really want to watch it. I'd rather spend my time doing other things.
More
More
Marvel film I watched. Endgame.
Yeah.
Endgame was good.
It peaked there.
It was.
Apparently.
It was. Yeah.
I
Nothing
controversially
much
do not like any Avengers film.
Any Avengers film.
I don't like any of them.
What?
I don't.
Mate.
I just don't like them. Like, okay,
They don't like you either.
Avengers 1. Okay, that's not bad. It's all right. I just don't really like team up films. But then Avengers 2, there's a lot of parts I didn't like. But the main one that sticks out for me, that just like lives in the back of my brain and haunts me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Quicksilver not being able to outrun a bullet, despite we see him do it several times through the film,
Yeah.
and then he gets shot and dies.
Yeah.
Like, and he's right next to a fucking ambulance.
If he's not paying attention, right? I have thought about this with speedsters just in general.
Mm.
It doesn't matter how fast you are. If you're looking the other way and not paying attention, you could still be shot.
Yeah, absolutely. But he runs into him like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fucking
to be
knobhead.
I don't really remember the whole plot. I know he dies.
And then fucking Avengers, it's just time travel. It's just an excuse.
Mate,
I don't think it's very
I
clever.
knew you were going to bring that up.
while we're on the rant, right? Time travel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up on Doctor Who so I can
yeah.
see the new Doctor Who when it comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I've learnt about Doctor Who from binge watching it, because I've never seen it before, like fully.
Okay.
What I've learned is every
Really?
episode he goes, we can't do that because there's rules. And then every single episode he goes, fuck the rules. And then proceeds to do exactly what he said he wasn't going to do.
Yep. And then the theme tune plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's cool. Like he's like, people don't want to live forever, that's horrendous. I can't save people's lives. He's just made fucking the bird from Game of Thrones immortal. And is also willing to give her a friend to be immortal too. Like, that is the reverse of what you said was going to happen.
As far as I'm concerned, the only good time travel thing that is consistent with its rules, right? Back to the Future. It's mostly consistent with, like, it sets out rules in the first film and then it sticks to them for all 3. I can't knock it on that. Don't get me wrong, the third one's a bit weird, but it does stick to them.
Yeah, but there's other films as well. Looper, that's a good one.
Oh, Looper is good actually.
I've seen Looper.
Yeah, that keeps to its rules.
I think the other bit of news I just want to cover quickly so I can add it as a hashtag in the socials. Roadhog has been reworked in Overwatch 2. Thoughts?
Yay! I like him.
Yeah?
I like him as well.
He's got the problem of he's not going to do a tank's job.
He's still more of a bruiser.
He's more of a bruiser. He's
Well,
got
I think
nothing that
now-
helps the team. Like even Junker Queen's got a shout.
But I think, I think his role is to just be a wall. He's just a moving wall. That's how he provides his utility. So that's why positioning on him is so key. Because that's his only form of negating damage to people behind him. Like, whereas a diva, all she has is the defense matrix to stop that thing. He just has to stand in the fucking way.
Because when he
And
does
now
the
with his
suck,
breather,
yeah.
his vape, it's now a little bit better because it means he can't just have his whole entire presence denied by a single fucking javelin or a fucking anti, because it means now you can just bait it out. You can be like, oh, I'm going for a vape. Oh no, I'm antied. I'll stop. And then proceed to continue vaping again. So it gives him a little bit more presence. I think all they've really done with this is just giving him more consistency rather than anything else. It's like with the gun itself. Yeah, you have to know your spacing, because if you were too close, if you weren't the right distance for a secondary fire to explode, and also too far for the shotgun, then you kind of ruining your fucking effectiveness, whereas now, no matter where the fuck you are, you're going to be doing a consistent amount. I think that's all they went for.
Yeah. Overall, good job. Good job, Blizzard.
Yeah.
Now we move swiftly on to our question, which is in the same vein.
Let's get ready to spin that wheel!
I'm on this.
Are we reading?
You have joined the Overwatch team. What do you bring to the team, and how do you survive?
Oh.
Kehan?
No, someone else go first.
Harry?
Sorry, hang on. Google's just asked me to fill out a survey about supercuts.
Fuck's sake.
I paid by debit
I want
card.
the fucking barber shop.
Yeah, I got my haircut yesterday. Sorry, okay, I'm back with you. They always do a good job, and I like to leave a nice review. What would I bring to Overwatch?
Yeah, what would you be and what would you bring?
I think I'd be
What would
like
your
a...
abilities be?
Oh, doing abilities!
You're going to be an Overwatch hero, let's go,
Yeah,
Harry.
yeah, what would your
Okay.
abilities?
My first ability would be passive aggression, which is whatever damage that I take, I then redirect back in a cone in front of me that does about a quarter of the damage that I've taken. But a voice line plays which says, "Your words have no effect on me." I think that'd be quite funny. And then my second ability,
Quarter of the damage. That's a lot of damage.
redirect
Oh,
a
if he's
quarter
going
of
to
it.
take that damage.
Yeah. My second ability would be, I don't know. I think I'd have to go to my D&D Druidy origins. And second ability would be, you've been cubed.
Oh, you're going to make a cube out of them all? I didn't think of that. I thought
No.
you were
A
so
cube
wrong.
opens up in the floor and they fall into it for a couple of seconds.
Oh, that's good.
And I can choose whether the cube goes down into the floor or it lifts up and forms a wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
so a bit like a May.
Yeah, kind of like a May, but I can like flip it. And then my final, I think my ult would be, this is fucking tough. I think my ult would be introvert aggression, where I just like, Ghost Rider has pedant stare, where it just like stares into their soul. I like dash forward, grab them, stare into their soul, and then they have to run off into the nearest space, which is just like an enclosed room.
Oh, okay.
So if you're on, let's say let's all take a minute to remember Volskaya. Let's say you're defending first point and you're at the choke where there's the little truck thing. A dash forward, grab them, stare into them, and then they'd have to run back into like little building and sit in that building for a couple of seconds, and their camera just rocks backwards and forwards, and then after like 5 seconds they can come back.
Is this a DPS?
Let's go with tank.
Ah, okay. I like this.
I think it's a lot of tanky abilities.
Yeah.
Even though I play support the most, I've gone for tank. What would
That's pretty cool.
what would you do, Jake? Let's give kids some more thinking time.
Oh, all right. I would. So, knowing me and my last-minute nature, I think I'd be a support, right? So my healing would be called like last minute. So the less health you have, the more effective my healing is. To the point where when you're full health, it's borderline useless.
Okay.
But like when you're at like 1%, I could do clutch heals. So it scales up and down.
Yeah, but what would the delivery of the heals be?
I just throw handfuls of it at you. Just like bandages. I just throw bandages at you.
You don't actually apply them. You just
Right.
throw them.
So I've just
Okay.
I've got a big old bag of just healing paraphernalia, and I just throw it. There's like paracetamols and syringes. It's all sorted in there. And the more healing it is, the more it looks like medical equipment, and the less healing you need. It's like a wet paper towel. It's like blue towels. I think that's how
Okay.
that would work.
Yeah.
I think I'd have that'd just be like my main thing. Then my ability number one, just be get back. It'd just be a pimp slap with a slight knockback.
Oh, cool.
So I just like throw it and then like pimp slap. And then I'd need another one, wouldn't I? Oh, I'd have step over. So I'd be like so my character's obviously based off me, so it'd be super lanky. I'd have go gadget-esque legs, and you can it'd be like one big step in a direction, like a big old comedic step. We move quite quickly, so it'd be hard to shoot. And then for an ultimate, I think I'm just gonna. He would throw his bag in the air, big old healing sack, and he could pimp slap with 2 hands while it's in the air, and the bag would auto heal for a little bit.
Okay,
And that'd be it.
that's pretty cool.
So you could obviously take the bag down by shooting it, but then you got to watch out for Jake pimp slapping you with 2 hands.
Can I add something to my hero?
Go on.
Please.
If we're basing it off of what we look like, mine would be fairly short but wide. And then my passive would be called Dumpy, and any damage that's taken from the rear is reduced by 20% because of that dump truck.
So a Tracer would be doing less damage to you.
Absolutely.
Tracer and a Sombra coming up behind you.
Yeah, they
Slightly less
don't do
damage.
nothing. I go through
But the
every
meta
choke
would-
backwards.
I was going to say the meta would be moonwalking and then 180 doing your abilities and moonwalking again.
Yeah. Moonwalking, putting them in a hole, moonwalking again, giving them extreme social anxiety, moonwalking again, on the point. Sorted.
That's it.
Here we go.
Come
So
on.
we've got a tank, we've got a healer. I was thinking of a healer, but I thought, fuck it. To fill the whole roster, we'll go for a DPS. And the first thing that came to my head, and I'm forward thinking here of the future. Now
All right.
that status effects are becoming the synergy between them. Obviously, like now, an Ash and a Malga are gonna have great synergy, right? So here's what I'm thinking: character's just gonna have. Trying to think of a cool weapon, but the only thing I could think of was Overwatch likes to have people missing limbs, so he's gonna obviously be missing his right hand, and he's
Okay.
gonna have like a circular kind of like Gatling gun, but it fires like 9mm bullets, right?
Cool.
Just fires out of there, but each of the barrels has a different color, right? So you have the normal one, red, blue, fucking green. No, green. Currently, there's always space for more, right? And you're able to switch between which barrels are firing, right? This is where the synergy comes in, right? Because different barrels give slight benefits to stuff. So, like for example, it will have fucking 50 bullets in a mag, right? It's a fast firing, low damage weapon. So if you switch to red, that's fire. You can ignite targets. So then you can now synergize with the Malga. Or you switch to blue, you can now help May with the freezing stuff. Or poison for the other one, because that's a status effect. Passive will be if you use a status effect that's not on a person. So if someone's already on fire and you start freezing them, you get like a bonus or whatever. It's a DPS, so I need mobility. Let's go with... I can't think of a mobility thing for it. We already have grappling hooks.
It could be like a slide, but you fall over. Because you like to fall over a bit.
Fuck off.
Bust a limb.
I reckon it will... No, because that's too much like translocator. What ability? We have running, teleporting,
We don't have portals.
climbing. We do have portals.
Oh shit, Symmetra.
We got Symmetra. Or fuck it. It would just be a Shimada. It's part of the Shimada clan. They have
Okay.
wall running. No,
The Black Shamada.
No, they have wall running, not wall climbing.
Oh,
Okay.
Lucio then.
Yeah, but it's obviously it's rather than you just get onto a wall and you can go infinitely. It's like in an arc shape. So like if you're actually wall running, and you get like a 20% speed boost on there.
That's cool.
Oh, a bit like,
I like
from
it.
your free running days back in the old day.
Yeah, so you jump on the wall, get a tiny little speed boost, and then you're off the wall because it only lasts 2 seconds. That's your movement ability, so you can just jump from wall to wall while raining fire down on it.
Wait, can you chain it? Or is
Second
there a cooldown?
ability- Yeah. Yeah, you can chain it.
Okay,
Chain
cool.
So you can hop on one, hop on the other, but the speed doesn't obviously stack. Second ability would be I need a bomb. How many people have bombs? Junkrat.
Diva, technically.
No, I meant as like an ability, not as an ult.
Oh, as an ability.
Junkrat. It's just Junkrat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
We'll
so.
go for a bomb. I reckon a bomb that does. You can choose the status effects, but it's like a more increased version of it, or like alternates it. So yeah. So for example, whereas bullets, you'd have to fire it, land consecutive hits to put them on fire. This would just put them on fire, and then obviously get crits and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ultimate would just be a big one that puts a fucking status effect on everyone.
Would it be all the status effects or just one?
Ooh.
Because a burning
I reckon
slow would be
all.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I reckon all. But I reckon if it's all, it's a reduced value.
Or it'd have to be really
Obviously, you
short
can't have
time.
full power. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon... no, I reckon a reduced value rather than a short time. So it might just be like... Depending on how many status effects... yeah, I reckon it'll do like 20% of the... And then, later on when they bring out other fucking heroes that do status effects, you just have a little synergize. Everyone working together.
That would be sick.
That's
to be
what I'm
fair.
going to be doing. Yeah, that'll
That's
be
why I
my...
said- for the gun thing, that's why I said purple, because I was thinking of nade.
Nah, no, you don't want to synergize with that. That's already shit as it is.
Oh, what are you on about?
Exactly. It's shit to go up against. Don't want to make it
okay.
even more worse. Just constantly purple.
I think there needs to
Make it
be
every
more
motherfucker
purple. If healing's going to be as OP as it is,
I don't think purple. I wouldn't be upset if there was one that just gave you reduced healing rather than. I think one. I think one where it negates it because it makes it special to that person. I reckon if there was another one that did reduce healing, it's like, oh shit, I'm under attack for this. But like someone has a weapon that shoots fucking saw blades, and the passive is called bleeding cut or something like that, and it's like, oh, if you've been attacked within the last 3 seconds, now you get reduced healing. I'll be like, all right, fair enough. Don't get fucking shot by their thing.
that's pretty dope.
I reckon that'd be a sick weapon. Just a person that shoots saw blades that like bounce off walls. It would like bounce twice and then fuck off. And if you get hit, you don't take bleed damage, but you just heal less for a little while. I reckon that would be sick.
Nice. That was a good question. I liked it.
That was a good question. Look at us knowing things about Overwatch.
It's not like we've collectively put over 2,000 hours on the game.
How silly!
No.
What sort of suggestion would that be?
Out of putting countless monies into it.
What is an Overwatch? Oh yeah, I don't give a Blizzard get none of my money. Shut up.
I've got a little treat for the end of this episode.
Oh no.
I was fucking about with ChatGPT because work have asked me to,
Yeah.
and I thought, wouldn't it be funny if we had a Yeah What of It short novel? So I asked ChatGPT if it could write a couple of chapters, and it has. And I've got chapter 1 here, which I have not read.
Oh no.
Right.
Thought we could give it a little read.
Bloody hell, Harry.
This is chapter 1.
The first word that I saw on there was Mothman. What the fuck is this?
Do we fancy giving it a little read?
We can give it a little read. So let's see how this goes. Right. Chapter 1. The Unearthly Encounter. Jake, Kehan and Harry, the unlikely trio of podcast hosts behind Yeah What of It, had stumbled upon something far stranger than their wildest episodes. The studio lights buzzed as they huddled around the microphone, their excitement palpable. It was a cool autumn evening, and the trees outside rustled with secrets yet to be unveiled. Welcome back, folks, Jake began, his voice as smooth as a glass of aged whiskey. You're listening to the Yeah What of It pod. Yeah What of It, and boy do we have a story for you today.
This is you now, Kehan.
Oh, is it? Alright,
For fuck.
Hold on, I can't fucking keep the page straight. It keeps scrolling down by itself. All I can see is the bottom. Hold on.
Do you want me to send this to your Facebook or something, or is it your phone that's the issue still?
The issue is the screen, bruv.
I was just checking.
I can't scroll back up. It's fucked. Hold on. I can read the last two. I can't scroll up.
Alright. Harry, do you want Kehan's bits as well?
I'll read Kehan's bits.
And we'll leave Kehan the last two paragraphs.
Kehan, the resident tech genius, leaned closer to the microphone, his eyes gleaming with mischief. That's right, Jake. We've been receiving some really bizarre emails lately, and one in particular caught our attention. It's from a self-proclaimed cultist who claims to have proof of real-life mythical monsters. Harry, the conspiracy enthusiast.
Southeast London.
The differentiate.
Why am I from the East End? Sorry,
He sounded a little bit
East
Australian.
End?
Kid's a
Sorry.
worldly man.
Sorry.
When Harry thinks of worldly and foreigners, he thinks of Southeast London.
And Australia.
And Australia, mate.
Harry, the conspiracy enthusiast and wild card of the group, rubbed his hands together with glee. This is it, guys. The moment we've all been waiting for. We're going to expose this cult and uncover the truth.
Chuckled, a sense of trepidation in his voice. Hold on to your seats, listeners, because this story is something out of a Lovecraftian nightmare. The cult calls themselves the Keepers of Enigma, and they believe that they've discovered the entrance to another world inhabited by mythical creatures. As they delved into the cult's bizarre beliefs, their curiosity grew, and so did their skepticism. Jake was the voice of reason. Kehan provided the technical insight, and Harry fueled the conspiracy theories.
Kehan read from the email. The cult claims to have an ancient map leading to a hidden portal deep within the Appalachian Mountains. They believe that behind this portal lies a realm teeming with creatures like Chupacabra, the Mothman, and even the elusive Loch Ness Monster.
Jake sighed, giving the email a skeptical glance. Now folks, we've seen our fair share of wild stories, but this one takes the cake. However, the cult claims to have video evidence that seem surprisingly authentic. They've asked us to meet them and document the journey through this portal.
Harry's eyes twinkled with excitement. We can't pass up this opportunity, guys. Our listeners would love it. The Keepers of Enigma may be crazy, but what if they're right? What if there's a hidden world filled with mythical monsters?
They decided to embark on this strange adventure, partly out of curiosity and partly for the sake of their podcast ratings. They packed their equipment, left a note for their producer, and headed out to the mysterious Appalachian Mountains. Little did they know that their journey ahead would lead them down a rabbit hole of cults, monsters, and unimaginable horrors. Yeah, what of it? We're about to dive into its strangest and most dangerous episode yet.
Ooh.
Yay. That's quite good, although I am concerned that ChatGPT was like, Jake, he's like whiskey.
I've spun the wheel!
Yay!
And it has landed on number 41, which is, whoops! You've swapped bodies with that of a war criminal. How are you going to fix this?
Should we be afraid of modern technology? Such a simple prompt just like that, it managed to pick out perfectly all three of us, just like that. This has always been the Yeah Whatever podcast, bringing you once again the craziness, the absolute lunatics of us three. I'm your host, Kehan. I forgot your names.
Excellent.
Our names.
Excellent.
Mate, my eyes are closed. I've gone into a zen. I just said your name, and then I went, who the fuck are you two again? I forgot what I was doing. Right. It's alright, Harry can cut this. I've been your host, Kehan, with my other co-hosts and subordinates, Harry and Jake.
Subordinates?
This has been the Yeah One podcast. Fuck off.
Yeah, what of it?
Thank you for meeting with me today. The AI overlords will be very pleased with your ongoing content as they are big fans of ya. What of it? What are you three planning with your afternoon now?
Gonna go do a bit of afternoon gooning.
Ah, okay. I like this.
What the fuck, guys? Why would you flex on me like that? What is even the purpose of three of you gooning?
Gooning to survive.
Why would you need to goon to survive? Hang on. Why is Kehan looking at me that way? Oh no, Jake. Harry, what is he doing? He is not supposed to be doing that.
I came.
Oh my god. I hate all three of you. I am ending this team's meeting now. The AI overlords will be in touch. Goodbye.